Look at that dial. Are you kidding me? Hello, my friends. We have a brown box, and you know what brown boxes mean. New watch day. This is a San Martin. I've always wanted to take a look at a San Martin. I've seen lots of great things on plenty of different channels talking about how they've stepped up their finishing game over the last few years, and they're putting a lot of the major brands to shame. Wanted to get this in front of my own eyes, but up until now, I hadn't found a San Martin that I actually wanted to part with my hard-earned dollars for, mainly because most of them are made to fit wrists that most of you have. We're talking about 40 millimeter cases or smaller. I'm a big guy, 8-inch wrist, and I like a watch that has a little bit more presence. It seems to look a little bit more proportionate on my wrist, to my eyes anyway. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. My wrist, my watch, my eyes, that's what I like. This particular watch comes in a 42 millimeter version, along with 2 other sizes, and we're gonna get into that. This is our first look and a bit of a review on the San Martin SN0144. Let's get this thing open and take a look. Okay, and as we open our shipper box, we have inner boxes. So let's go ahead and get this thing out of here. While we get this out of here, I do want to say we have options here, my people. If you like the looks of this, oh hey, look at that. They give us a little screwdriver and spring bar tool, strap change tool. That's nice. Nice little toss in the package. I appreciate that. These things probably cost like 50 cents a piece, but it doesn't matter. They gave them to us. That's the important part. Like I was saying, I went with the 42 millimeter version of this. I also went with the red dial. This is available in 3 different dial colors, and each dial color is available in 3 different sizes. So we have 36, 39, and 42 millimeter options of this watch. And we also have blue, orange, and red as our dial colors. Pretty cool. A lot of options with this. And if it delivers, I'm going to be very happy. In the bottom of that white box there, we have a little warranty card here with our watch model and our date of purchase. We got some contact info there, a little booklet on how to work, the various movements and whatnot that they offer, and a hang tag. So we got the official set here, but who cares about that? Let's toss that to the side and get into the SN0144 42 millimeter red dial. That's a little crooked, but that's okay. All right, let's get it out of here and see what we're looking at. Little pillow that they come on. That's fine. Thanks for the pillow. These are decent little boxes. I know all San Martin watches come in these, but that's a decent little package for the price. Oh, speaking of the price, when I was first looking at these, they were listed at $350. Man, look at that red. Just over $350 US. I bought this on AliExpress at the 11/11 sale for $300. And, oh man, do we have a misaligned date wheel there? I don't know. It might just be close to midnight. So we'll see if that ticks over, right? We're going to have to get some plastic off of this. Anyway, like I was saying, originally listed at $350 when I was looking at them. I purchased it at the 11/11 sale for $300. I'm looking at AliExpress right now as I shoot this, and it's November 18th as I'm shooting this review. It's listed at $292. So this is a sub $300 option. Man, that is a really pretty looking bracelet. All right, let's finish getting the plastic off of this, shall we? While I struggle with getting the plastic off of this, I just want to take this moment to thank you, all of you. We just reached 1,000 subscribers, a little bit of a milestone here on the channel, and we've been fully monetized on YouTube, and this was unexpected to me. This has been a bit of a creative outlet is what this channel is. It's just a way for me to make videos talking about something that I love, and it gets my mind off of work and building a business. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, toss a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. It really does help. And now we actually have a chance to build a little something here. We actually had our first micro brand reach out to us wanting us to review a unit. No compensation, got to send the watch back, but we have some exciting things happening and it's all because of you guys. Thank you. Okay, this bad boy was a little plastic fantastic there for a little while, but now we got all that plastic off and we can see it in all of its glory. Look at this. Hey man, I don't know about you, but I'm going to have a hard time finding a better looking, higher quality feeling watch for the sub $300 price point range. I mean, this is impressing me. I'm really liking the look of this dial here. So these dials are inspired by a certain type of ceramic pottery, I believe. The word is Jianzan. I'm going to put it up on the screen because I probably just butchered the pronunciation, but this looks a bit like the pottery from that pottery manufacturer. And also the case back. It's not just a plain case back. You see that a lot on San Martins from what I hear, but this case back has a bit going on. We got a custom case back with some stats about the watch, and that logo is inspired by the pottery artist that also inspired the dial of this watch. Full stainless steel. The vast majority of this is brushed. So we're seeing brushed sides, brushed case sides, brushed all over the place. Here we still got a little bit of plastic sticking out. Gotta get rid of that stuff. Brushed bezel, brushed bracelet, brushed everything. But what I'm seeing is some really nice polished chamfers here. I mean, the transition from polish to brush on these, I mean, I don't know if you're going to find better. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that say, oh, all Chinese watches, all Chinese made watches are trash. But I mean, let's be honest here. The big brands have realized the manufacturing prowess for quite some time. And that's why a lot of the big brands and also countless micro brands that are known and loved all over the place are sourcing their cases and bracelets from Chinese factories. Speaking of this bracelet, we got those kind of polished chamfers are repeated on, it looks like all links, which that gives it a nice little, I don't want to say it gives it a dressed up look because it's still a bit of a tool watch. It's kind of an everyday wear, right? Go anywhere, do anything, the GADA, so to speak. But it feels less tooly than a full polish, or a full brush would make this feel. Those polished accents are really nice. And this red dial is gorgeous. I do not have a red dial watch. It's getting close to the holidays here in the US. This is going to be my Christmas watch. That's why I got the red. Thank you, San Martin, for including a matching red date window. I can say that the date window is slightly misaligned. Not horribly misaligned like when we first opened the package, because it turned out the watch was right around midnight, so that date change was happening. I set it to my favorite date, the 13th, and you can see it's a little misaligned. Hey, Mike from the future coming to you as I edit this video. I have one more comment on the date wheel, not date window, but it's currently the 19th as I'm now editing this. And on the watch, I'll try to give you a look. The 19th is not nearly as misaligned as the 13th. It's pretty close to bang on in the center. So I think this is kind of a your mileage may vary type of thing, because some dates seem to be a little more misaligned and other dates seem to be bang on in the center. I don't think it's a date wheel alignment thing. I think it's a printing on the date wheel type of thing. But again, your mileage may vary. I only have one copy to take a look at, so take that for what it's worth. Camera angles are a big thing, right? Because if I tilt the watch this way, it looks horribly misaligned. If I tilt the watch the other way, it looks bang on in the center. In everyday wear, I'm not the type of person that's going to bother. You might be the type of person that would bother, and I wouldn't fault you for that. So slightly misaligned date wheel there. I'm sure that, it's two-year warranty on these things. So you could probably send this back for replacement. It would look just fine. The vast majority of reviews and pictures that I've seen of these, like real life pictures, have had properly aligned date wheels. And, maybe we just got a little bit unlucky, but I'm not going to send it back. I'm not going to go through the hassle because I'm not that kind of person. It's not going to bug me that much. Looks like we have loomed indices and hands. That's fantastic. So fantastic, we'll interject with a real world situation loom shot. As we step from the full sun into a dark-ish room, we have a really nice application of what looks to be some BGW9 Superluminova. It's a Blue Thunder, and it looks great. We have the applied San Martin logo just beneath the 12 o'clock indice. It looks really nice. Automatic, obviously, 100-meter water resistant. So this is a screw down crown, right? So we can unscrew it here and it'll pop out, and that's where we can wind. And then the first position will be the quick set date. Second position will hack it, and then you can change the time. And we have all that functionality because inside of here is not some no-name white label movement. This is a Miyota 9015. Which is why you're seeing an ultra smooth sweep of the seconds hand. This is a 4 hertz movement, like is common on many luxury brands. So this is beating at 8 ticks per second, 8 beats per second. That's why you get the smooth sweep. We have a red tip on that second hand, which matches the dial color. That's a nice little touch. I don't know if that's super needed, but it's there, and I'm not going to complain about it. This dial is kind of mesmerizing me. I'm not going to lie. I wish the anti-reflective coating was a little bit better. You can see the studio light there is wreaking havoc on the dial a little bit, but we do have some sort of anti-reflective coating there. It's just not super great. I've seen better on many other watches, and that's okay. This is a dead flat piece of sapphire crystal. And that dial is actually lacquer. So we are getting a high beat rate, Japanese workhorse of a movement that's been tried, proven, tested time and time again from Miyota. We have a gorgeous lacquer dial, applied indices, applied logo. We have loomed hands and indices. We have a really nicely finished case. And this is the 42 millimeter version. We have so many size options, color options here. Let's take a look at the clasp, because I've heard some things about the clasp that's on offer here. Nicely milled clasp. It looks good. And on the underside, I believe, yes, I do believe, we have, if we pull this out and then move it, yep, we have an on-the-fly micro-adjust system, which is super easy to use. You just pull that forward, move it to where you want, and you're good to go. Look at that. We missed a couple of pieces of plastic there, didn't we? Let's get those off of there. I mean, I live in Southern California, and this is going to come in handy. If anything, for the times that I'm walking the dog and it's a humid day, and he needs to get out, and I have a watch on, and sometimes it kind of feels a little snug around your wrist, snugger than when you put it on in the morning anyway, but you have plenty of micro adjust there. That's fantastic. And this is a really positive feel. That clasp has a really positive feeling to it. That's really nice. I'm having a hard time finding something I don't like about this, other than the slightly misaligned date wheel. I mean, red might not be your color, but they have orange and blue options too. 42 millimeters might not be your preferred size, but they have 36 and 39 millimeter options. Look how thin that is. Let's get the budget calipers out here and do some measurements, because I know what it says online, but when it comes to stuff like this, AliExpress and, Chinese manufacturers and things like that. Sometimes they'll publish it, and that is not limited to Chinese manufacturers. Let's just be honest. Sometimes manufacturers will publish measurements that aren't exactly up to snuff, so to speak. So let's see what we're looking at on case size. We are at 41.99, which is bang on 42 millimeters. The drape of the end links here comes straight down, which I believe is going to give us a pretty manageable lug to lug here. Okay, so we're at 53. Hey, me again. That 53 was actually an end link to end link measurement, so not a true lug to lug. True lug to lug on this thing measured at a skosh over 49 millimeters. So plenty wearable, even in the 42 millimeter case size, especially if you're going to pitch the bracelet and put it on a strap or something like that. If that's too big for you, go with the 39 or 36 millimeter size. It's one of the rare times that we have some serious options in something like this. And we're at 10.31 millimeters in thickness. What I can tell you is that I really like the crown on this. The crown is really nice. Yeah, it's a signed crown. You got the San Martin logo there. It's a screw down crown. All that's great. But again, big guy, big wrists, sausage fingers. It's not easy for me to grab onto every single crown. Like some are easier than others. And this is a really, really nice feeling crown to work and operate. The knurling did the job. It looks really nice, and it screws down with ease. So plus points on the crown there. It's looking really good. How about we get this on the wrist to see how it looks, where it counts. And here we are with my red dial holiday watch, the San Martin SN0144. Let's get some better names on San Martin. Don't mind this. Cat got me. What are you going to do? This fits really nice. So I have an 8-inch wrist. This is perfect. It fits perfect. And what I did to get this to fit perfect was remove 0 links and move the micro adjust so it's on the smallest position. So if you have much bigger than an 8-inch wrist, I don't know if I'd recommend this. If you're slightly above 8 inches, maybe 8 1/4, you might be able to get away with it because all that micro adjust. Otherwise, if you're buying this watch for the dial and you have an 8.5 or larger wrist, then buy it for the dial, but you might have to pitch the bracelet and get yourself a custom strap to go with it. I've also ordered a strap to go with this, but it's not here yet. So that'll be another video on another day. No, by the way, I ordered this on November 11th. Today's November 18th. It showed up today. So shipping direct from China to Southern California a week. And it was on my doorstep, which is pretty fantastic. I mean, geez. The value proposition here is hard to argue. Let's do some final thoughts. Look at that dial. Are you kidding me? I'm having a hard time believing that you can get better than this for $300. I mean, on the spec sheet, you're not going to beat it. You're just not. The only thing that you're going to beat this with is subjective opinions. But in 3 different sizes and 3 different colors and a non-copycat design and a gorgeous, gorgeous lacquer dial, full stainless steel, phenomenal finishing. I mean, you get finishing like this, case and bracelet finishing. This is what you would expect from a $3,000 watch, not a $300 watch. It's punching way above its weight class right now. And I gotta say, I took off my Omega Speedmaster to put this on, and I'm not itching to put the Omega back on. It's comfortable. It feels nice. I got plenty of hair on this wrist, and the bracelet's not pulling any of it, so that's not a concern. The red is just, I mean, this is primed and ready for the holiday season. So I'm very happy about that. We're a Christmas loving household. So that's going to go really well. That's just a us thing. I'm just trying to talk about the objective features here. The workhorse Miyota movement, the really nicely executed case back, right? A lot of people have been saying for a long time they wish San Martin would do something with their case backs. Well, they did something with the case back and it looks fantastic. The polished chamfers against the brushing, razor sharp, defined transitions between brush and polish is incredibly impressive. The only knock I have on this is that date wheel. That date wheel is a little bit out of alignment, and I kind of wish it was bang on centered. But come on, manufacturing tolerances. When you're making a ton of something, every once in a while, something's going to be a little bit off, and I'm sure they'd have no problems exchanging it for a different one for you if that happened to you. So I'd say buy in confidence, pick your favorite color, pick your favorite size, get this thing on wrist, 2-year warranty. I mean, geez, where is it falling short? What can I nitpick? Even the hands are nicely polished. It's like a borderline black polish finish on the hands. I'm almost like the seconds hand, as I look at it right now, looks black. Maybe the red tip on the seconds hand, maybe I wouldn't have done that. Maybe it would just be all silver seconds hand without the red tip. I don't know. That's really picking the fly poo out of the pepper, if you know what I mean. Like it says in the thumbnail, I'm not joking. This changes things. This changes a lot of things. The quality that you should be expecting for your money these days is unbelievable. And if you are looking for an unbelievable value proposition, look into the San Martin SN0144. I'm going to put a link to the AliExpress listing that I purchased from if you want to purchase one of these. So that'll be down in the description. It's not a affiliate link. I don't have a relationship with AliExpress. If that changes, then it'll say down in the description that it is an affiliate link. But as of right now, it's not. I just think that this is really enjoyable and easy to wear, and just I'm kind of taken back by this. I was not expecting to fall for a $300 San Martin. I can tell you that much. And I kind of have. And I think you will too. Let's be honest. If you're watching this video, it's because you're considering buying one of these, and I think you should. I just plain think you should. There's not a whole lot to dislike here. There's just not.